The city of Ahmedabad has seen a powerful and continuous spurt of growth over the last few years, being the 7th largest urban city in the nation and contrastingly also owning the title of a heritage city. Just like any other prominent urban city has had its share of hiccups while turning big, and cattle nuisance has been one of the major concerns, with the traffic growing incessantly every single day. Stray cattle on the road have been the cause of many major accidents and injuries. The Cattle Nuisance Control and Prevention Policy 2023 was thus introduced by the Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation officially on 13 July 2023. This policy was designed to pose as an all-encompassing solution to any problem relevant to stray cattle. Physically catching hold of stray cattle on roads and relocating them, making license and permit mandatory for cattle owners. The cattle owners needing to have a legal place under their ownership to hold the cattle. RFID chips and tags to be implemented for each animal. Identifying and taking legal actions on cattle bearers not fulfilling the criteria mentioned in the policy. Enforcing a license to sell fodder, grass for cattle. All the points were covered under a single umbrella of the said policy. Adequate care was taken in its publicity for effective implementation of the policy. In-person meetings with cattle owners were organized to spread seamless and fully informative awareness. Actual implementation of this policy was no mean task, and several strict measures were taken to ensure its effective execution. 22 teams worked on this mission, hand in hand, round the clock with an integrated approach make this mission possible. Technology, manpower and strategies were all in force to execute this policy. Softwares were in place to handle all cattle registrations. RFID chips were inserted in the animals to immediately recognize cattle with a machine scan. Artificial intelligence was restored with drones deployed for aerial surveys of interior areas, not under the smart city cameras. Smart city control rooms and drones helped in locating stray cattle on road, and immediate action was taken on removal of the same. Fodder donation schemes were facilitated to curb the non-licensed sale of grass fodder. The results that were achieved under the Cattle Nuisance Control and Prevention Policy are exemplary. Within 3 months of implementation of this policy, 14,000 cattle that were either seen roaming unattended on roads or were illegally held on government land were impounded and put in cattle pounds. It would be pertinent to note that at present 4 cattle pounds are in place as of now at Dani Limda, Naroda, Lambha and Bakrol, and more are being planned. 45,000 cattle were relocated out of the city by their owners who didn't have a place of ownership to hold them. In the months of April to June 2023, the average number of complaints received regarding stray cattle was found 2,500 to 3,000, which came down significantly in the month of September 2023 when the policy was implemented, and the number recorded was 150, which further went down to 5 complaints by the month of December 2023. All in all, this policy has shown great promise in getting rid of any kind of cattle nuisance and any untoward incidents being caused by it. The Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation can rightly claim that the introduction and execution of this policy has made the city of Ahmedabad 98% cattle-free. This policy can very well prove to be the blueprint for strategy against stray cattle in any city of India.